Now this question is pretty cool because we're matching graphs, so we get to use several skills to make sure that we see what graph is which. Let's go. A is pretty simple to sketch and to identify. A is t minus t. That is a line, right? That is t times the vector 1 minus 1, 1. So that is a line, and you can notice that it is the only line among all equations that you have, all parametric equations. So that's the only line that you have. So it's going to be this one. Okay? So the first one, trying to find the line. Put in order, it's the line. Oh, I gotta drag it to the bottom, right? So let me drag it there. There you go. B is r of t is t squared t. So that kind of makes us think line, but it isn't. You can definitely see a relationship between x and y that suggests a parabola, for example. So you can see that since x is t squared, y is t, that means x equals y squared because y is t. So this, in the xy plane, the projection of that will be a parabola, a horizontal parabola that's concave to the right. And similarly, because y and z are the same, the xz graph will also be a horizontal parabola this way. The only curve that seems to satisfy these traces is the third one there. So that is B. C is r of t equal to the 4 cosine t, 4 sine t 2. That is clearly a circle. If you square x plus you square y, that is 16 cosine squared plus 16 sine squared, which is 16. So that is a circle in the xy direction with radius 4. So, or circle in the xy direction, and the height z is constant and equal to 2. So at height 2, so you can imagine a plane at the height of 2. So imagine that plane there. It's exactly at height 2, so I'm drawing it that way. And then the circle of radius 4 that we have on the left being drawn on top of that plane. So it's this guy, C. D asks me to graph r of t, 2t sine t cosine t. And a similar relationship happens between y and z. That equals 1, so that will be in the zy plane, yz plane, a circle of radius 1. That is in the yz plane, right? But you also see, right, that x coordinate is growing. So I have circles in the yz, right? And x growing in the positive direction as t grows. So you can definitely see that this is supposed to be some sort of spiral, some sort of helicoid, some sort of helix looking curve. So we have, and circling in the yz direction. This vision right here, it's as if we were looking at this from this point of view. Like if your eyes were here, did not draw good eyes. So this is the best drawing of an eye you can come up with. And this is division that you get looking at it this way, because we're looking at the YZ plane right there. So it's got to be this one. So that is D. Now we're supposed to decide between E and F. The only one, and that's pretty easy to see, on F, you have that the Y coordinate is 2t, so Y grows indefinitely. So this first graph here is F, and then E is this one, because all x, y, and z are bounded functions on E. So it's got to be this one. The sine and the cosine are all between -1 and 1, whereas the y coordinate of F is 2t, which grows forever up.